former forester who used to advise governments across the world on how to conserve woodlands.
Today, Tony Frith shows Christine Hussey around his own wood at Berrio Bridge in Cornwall.
It must be wonderful to have your own woodland.
Well, this wasn't a woodland originally, you know. When we first came here 20 years ago, it was a very rough pasture and very steep. You couldn't use it for much else. And since I had a forestry career myself, I decided we'd plant it up.
They seem so tall already.
Well, that's the way trees grow, you know.
Upwards.
Yes.
So you have lived, slept, worked all your life with wood.
Well, I think that's going a bit too far. Can't say I've dreamt it, but certainly I've been associated with wood to the extent that I really enjoy carving it. Mind you, I carve stone sometimes, so it doesn't completely monopolise my life. Wood has grain in it, and sometimes you simply follow the grain in your carving. Otherwise, you've simply got to make the movement out of the whole thing. This one, for example, I call this Spring, and it depicts a fern opening up in the springtime.
Now, Tony, I think you're cheating a bit. Look, that to me looks like a bit of driftwood.
That's exactly what it is. Driftwood washed up on the beach. I never found it myself, but I've got a lot of friends who always give me these bits and pieces.
So we've moved out of the woodland, but not quite, because you've got more trees here.
Well, if you like to call it, this is actually the trunk of a sycamore tree, and I enjoyed carving this in the form of a double spiral, which is the sort of theme of the DNA molecule, and I've called this creation, starting from the bottom here as it goes up and up, and you get the more advanced animals coming through here until at the top here you've got like the primates, the monkeys and the chimpanzees.
And a human hand at the top.
And a human hand at the top holding a wheel.
Ah, Mara, we have discovered the gardener. How do you contend with all these sculptures in your garden?
I love them. I have no problem with them at all. I mean, take for instance the evening primrose at the moment. It's absolutely perfect. And look at the other flower there, the phlox. Contrasting colour and agreeable height. And then look at the end of the terrace. When we had the eclipse here, do you remember? The eclipse in Cornwall? Well, that's supposed to be an image of what we saw.